Okay, Coach, we are about 15 miles south of downtown Buffalo at New Era Field in Orchard Park. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cleveland Browns and the Buffalo Bills. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. On play action, Allen. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's the first carry for Bo Scarborough. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. A second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Three and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12.
Let's get there.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
On 4th down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. Excellent work on the run back there, 33 yards. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. First carry for Nick Chubb. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 44-yard line.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. A toss play to Chubb. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Give them a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down. An extra defensive back here for the Bills on third down. Jackson. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
They'll start things on first down with Bo Scarborough. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Boy, you go 3 and out on your first drive, and that's not the way you want to start this drive either. Doesn't seem like they're really into it just yet.
No, first 4 plays, you don't want to call it a disaster, but not looking very sharp. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
I got you. Check safety. Check nickel.
Now they'll run it with Scarborough. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
They've got to do a better job up front and create some space because they're right there, almost literally on their own goal line.
Just a couple of feet away from a safety. That could have been disastrous. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. This is Scarborough. And they'll get him down short of the first down, right on the 10-yard line. 9 yards on the carry, but it's going to lead to a 4th down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Good work. Let's go. Let's go.
They're on 30-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. Week after week, we're seeing plays like this from him. And I think he's in line. We've discussed it before for NFL Defensive Player of the Year.
And a big reason why, I think, is because of his ball skills. And that's something that, for guys of his position, they've talked about it for years. They've done the drills. But they've really increased it in recent seasons because of the offense have gotten so good. He knows how to take the ball away. That is huge for a defender.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Allen to throw it. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Alert! 44, Mike, 44. Russell run. There's that.
Allen off the play fake. Flush to his right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7.
Alert, alert, alert.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Now Brett Maher for the field goal try. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. Maher able to put this one through. And the Bills will take a 3-0 lead. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
The Browns drive about to get started. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. It's a big play there for the Browns. 42 yards.
But we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jackson, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Now T.J. Yeldon, he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Allen going to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zay Jones that time. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 7.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
44's Mike. 44's Mike. Hey, Echo. You got nothing yet.
From the gun, it's Allen. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. The Bills send the punter out as he's on here to punt it away. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And that'll skip out of bounds inside the 20 at the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say that great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I was
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
From the 22, Jackson. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
To throw is Jackson. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter is a good running back dive play.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. A run for Nick Chubb. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first. With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game, but it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he brings this up to the 46, good enough for the first. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Chubb running right. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Go, go, go.
Jackson. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 13-yard line.
And the Browns first down.
A first red zone opportunity for the Browns thus far. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. They give the Chubb out of the gun. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Second and 10 at the 13-yard line.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes remain, 3-0 our score. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Now Jackson. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Randy Gregory coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. Now Chandler Catanzaro for the field goal here. This a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. And look at this. Catanzaro misses it left. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Operating from the gun, Allen. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. 25 yards that time.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Round 80! Mike spoke both. I hope you brought your left because I'm about to take you to school.
First down, and they're going to throw without him. Man open, that's Robert Foster complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Allen to throw. Operating from the gun. He's going to... And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Gerald Everett, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the 2nd half.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Jackson on first down. Dumps this to his running back, Chubb. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. This quarterback now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. Man open, that's Damian Ratley. The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. First and 10, it's Jackson. Being chased out left. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line.
So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. And Catanzaro's kick is right through, and they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
Boy, they're down only 1 score, still first half, but they're going to line up for the onside kick. Now after the made field goal, Catanzaro to boot this one away on the kickoff.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
So good field position for the Bills as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. A final shot before half for Allen. He's going to air one out. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. They go with Chubb on second down. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Tackle made there by Matt Milano. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Oh, nice spin.
Oh, that brought back bad memories.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. Jackson from the shotgun. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he'll punt it away for the second time. He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
X3, 218, chop it. On the ball.
They'll start off with a give to Scarborough. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
You must be getting tired. Here we go. Watch the eye. Watch twins. Watch twins. Here we go.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. He'll let it go deep for Foster. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
You better be afraid of me. Gun. 44 to Mike. 44 to go.
From the gun, Allen. He'll let it go deep for Foster. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you, and that may have been what happened there.
The Browns drive about to get started. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now it's Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Taco Charlton, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. They snap it at 1. Now it's Jackson. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, puts a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, deep ball, short ball, and that was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. The drive starts on the ground with Scarborough. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Get in the weight room. Get regular. Mike Popo.
From the 35 on 2nd down. Allen going for the deep ball. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
44, Mike, 44. I got you, boy.
Allen now looks to throw. Open man has got it. It's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a 1st down there. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 44-yard line. A shotgun handoff now to Yeldon. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Allen. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Zay Jones was the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down and 9 yards to go.
The 1st down line at the 34 here on 3rd down.
44, Mike, 44. I'm here all day.
To the shotgun snap to Allen. It's caught. Jones. And he'll be brought down at what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now in Buffalo. It's the Bills with a lead and the football here to begin the fourth. Allen now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
We gotta step it up. Watch the safety.
They run. This is Scarborough. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
12 yards that time, and a Bills first down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. T.J. Yeldon, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Hey, man, watch the boot, watch the boot.
Jackson now. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
I'm going to come back to you.
They run. Chubb. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From midfield now, here's Jackson. No, he almost had it. Already with one interception, just missing his second there. I guess they're in a situation now, fourth quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted. And if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
Throwing is Jackson. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it.
Let's go.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Steps away to his left. And that is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this defense will take over right at midfield. So still over 3 minutes remaining in this game, but boy, not getting that when that hurt.
That's a little bit demoralizing, so they have to be careful about that because still have an opportunity if they can get some things done on defense. But now, since they've taken over on downs, a team with the ball, guess what? Going to 4-minute offense, maybe they can put this thing away.
Now Scarborough. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough.
Mike's both. Watch the curl, watch the curl, watch the curl. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Check three, check three. Down 10.
A carry here for the big tight end. He'll get 2 yards back, but it's going to leave him with a long 3rd and 13.
Like any team, they would have loved to have had more yards on that run, but it looks like they just want to get to the 2-minute warning and see what they want to do after that.
Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. To throw, it's Allen. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he's got this down to the 35. Give him 18 on that one as the Bills are going to have a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Well, not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And Allen is actually going to throw it here. They'll let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Despite the lead here in the fourth, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Allen off the play fake. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Larry Ogunjobi in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long.
44. Hey, Haywood.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. And he's going to go for it all. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Now this is fielded in the end zone. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And this offense is going to take over at their own 20-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. Forced and a big loss here as he's taken down. And Oliver in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. One last shot for Jackson. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say good night from Buffalo.
What's that? Green 19! What's that? What's that? Look out! What's that? What's that? What's that? Round 80! Look out! Round 80! What's that? What's that? Look out! Look out! What's that? 319! What is that? What's that? What's that? Green 19! What's that? Look out! What's that? What's that? What's that? Look out! Round 80! What's that? Round 80! What's that? Look out! Look out! What's that? What's that? 319. What's that? What's that? What's that? $319. Look out. What's that? Alert! What's that? Middle. What's that? Ready? We go. Ready? What's that? Round 80. What's that? Round 80. Look out. Look out! $180! What's that? $180! What is that? $180! What's that? $319! What's that? $180! What's that? $180! Look out! What's that? $180! What's that? $180! What's that? $180! We'll go! $180! What's that? $180! What's that? Round 80, we'll go. Round 80. Look out! Right, Eddie! What's that? Right, Eddie! What's that? Right, Eddie! What's that? Right, Eddie! What's that? $3.19! What's that? Right, Eddie! Look, look out! Right, Eddie! What's that? $3.19! What's that? Right, Eddie! What's that? Right, Eddie! Look out! Right, Eddie! What's that? Right, Eddie! What's that? Right, Eddie! Look out! Round it! Look out! Brown 80! What's that? Right, 80! What's that? Right, 80! What's that? Right, 80! What's that? Right, 80! What's that? $3.19! Look out! Right, 80! What's that? Right, 80! What's that? $3.19! What's that? Right, 80! Look out! Right, 80! What's that? Right, 80! What's that? Right, 80! Look out! Right, 80! Look out! Round 80. What is that? What's that? What's that? 180! What's that? 180! Look out! What's that? 319! What's that? 180! What's that? 180! Look out! 319! What's that? 180! 5 wide, 5 wide, 5 wide. What's that? 180! Look out! 180! Look out! 180! What's that? 180! What is that? 80! What's that? 80! What's that? 180! What's that? 180! Look out! 180! What's that? 180! What's that? 319! What's that? 180! Look out! 180! What's that? 319! What's that? 180! Look out! 180! Look out! 180! What's that? 180! What's that? What's that? Round 80! What's that? Round 80! What's that? Look out! What's that? What's that? 180! What's that? On the ball! Look out! 319! What's that? 180! What's that? 180! Look out! Great, look out! 180! What's that? 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 180! Look out! Round 80! What's that? 180! What's that? 180! What's that? 180! Look out! 180! What's that? 319! What's that? 180! Look out! 180! Look out! 319! What's that? What's that? What's that? What's that? What's that? Look out! Round it! What's that? Round it! What's that? What's that? Look out! What's that? What's that? 319! Look out! Look out! What's that? Grade 19! What is that? What's that? What's that? What's that? Look out! What's that? Round 80! What's that? Round 80! What's that? You go! What's that? What's that? Look out! Look out! What's that? What is that?
319! What's that? 180! What's that? 180! What's that? 180! We'll go! 180! What's that? 180! What's that? 80! What's that? 80! We'll go! 180! What's that? 180! What's that? 180! We'll go! 180! We'll go! 319! What's that? 180! What's that? 180! What's that? 319! What's that? 180! What's that? 180! We'll go! 180! What's that? 180! What's that?